Hello.
Alright.
We're back. The Testisim.
Yep.
It's time for the next one. I forgot the name. Click, 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 click.
Right.
Yeah.
It's England.
Taoobe. No.
Here we go.
This guy looks way stronger than England.
Here we go. It's time.
Oh, maybe he just like murders trolls and makes art with them.
That's dongly.
It's possible.
There is absolutely nothing more that you want than friendship. Anything.
Oh wait, no. I want to read this,
yeah.
and then you're gonna be the voice actor for that guy.
Okay.
All right. So there is absolutely nothing more that you want than friendship. Any friendship will do for reals. Although as of late, you wonder if you can have an easy friendship. The kind of where you can just ask a troll if they want to be your friend. And they say yes. And then they are your friend. And ta-da! Instant friendships. You're aware beggars can't be choosers. And therefore, wanting to find a friend, casually strolling through the same woods with all that you want from them, is a silly if not ridiculous. Okay. But fate plays you dirty all the time. It better give you an easy one out for once. You're walking in the woods. There is no one around, and your phone is dead. Out of the corner of... Jeez, it's dead in the woods. Okay. That sounds bad. Sounds like a setup for a horror movie. Out of the... Eat your dong. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot him. A potential friend. Or hear him. More like... He has a soft voice that drags like a cigarette. There you go.
Oh,
so that's
God.
what you gotta do.
Oh no.
A nice voice like this.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. That's a nice cigarette voice. How about my nice smoker voice?
Get out of here.
Okay, let's go. Oh, self-voicing.
Self-voicing enabled. Taoobe. Self-voicing disabled.
Taoobe. I'm still gonna say Taoobe.
May the country find those who flee.
Okay, so talk louder. This is what happens when I...
May the country find those who flee. May the life find those who scream.
Wow, that was so bad. You just gotta talk like this. But
loudly.
Yeah,
somehow.
Like louder. Talk like this. Louder.
You dick.
Anyway. Where is he coming from? Where is he going? The echo of the trees makes it hard to discern exactly the direction. However, you can guess it isn't too far away from the path.
Out from the gutter it will take them.
It's so quiet. You decide to hide nearby. And more creeping and stalking. Anyway. Just where the grass is tall enough to cover you completely. And wait for your new singer. Oh, he's singing. Potential friend to make his presence known. Okay.
I came through a thunder, the cold wind, the rain, and the snow.
There you go. You weren't sure how much you liked that song.
Oh, Messiah, take them home.
What a baby. You wonder if you should act. This looks like a big motherfucking clown. And sometimes big motherfucking clowns don't have the tendency to like you in the slightest.
Cause I will wait.
Wait.
I will wait till you leave.
Oh. You aren't sure if that was meant to be for you or someone else. You almost feel like that was jab in your direction. But there is no way to prove that it was. Especially... This is the second time they've said especially. Because it's especially.
Cameron's
okay.
thing.
Because he isn't stopping to talk to you or anything. He seems to be just making his way through the road at a slow and gingerly pace.
There's music playing. Just gonna
let's hear it.
Hear it.
Ooh, I like this music.
Alright.
Our poor fans won't be able to hear it.
Yeah,
Oh wait,
well,
maybe they will.
it's recording the computer noise.
I
I just
know.
don't want it to overlap with our voices, because then it'll be hard to hear us.
Okay. What are we going to do here? Oh,
Okay,
we made an expression at our choice.
I'm done. Alright,
Yeah.
let's go ahead and new page.
Go. No more fucking clowns in your life. Banned forever. Run to say hello.
Banned forever.
Banned forever. Let's run away. Maybe you'll chase us. You've headed up to here with clowning around. This is it. No more clowns. You're getting out of here. It has been enough clown fuckery in your life. You're going to start tagging clowns as something you can't see. Blacklisted clowns. Trigger warning. Clown content.
Cameron,
Sorry, you might stop fucking interrupting my commentary.
your commentary is bad.
Your commentary is bad.
It's been 6.5 minutes, and we're still in the intro sequence.
Dylan, you are a dong.
Read the news.
You better stop bothering me. Alright. You might have been accepted by the Grand Clown Baron himself, but
Enough is enough!
you've
Had it with these motherfucking
cults and murder cults to top it all. These clowns, they aren't laughing with you. They are laughing at you. Okay. You're out of here. While you mentally gather yourself to leave in a dramatic fashion, you forget your surroundings. As you leave, you trip and fall into the ground. Into the ground. Oh, okay. Ouch. Like onto the ground. Oh.
Are you okay?
I don't think he's still singing. Oh no, are you bleeding? Maybe you are. And if you are, you know where this goes. This is how you die. This giant purple clown is going to make you paint right then and there.
Pretty blood alien. Are you okay?
I like how you took the rasp out. Of course, he noticed. He's very big. Not the biggest troll you've ever seen, but very big. He extends his freshly coated in paint hand at you. That's where you're going to end, isn't it? On his hands, being dripped all over the place.
Motherfucker. You think? No. I don't work like that.
Oh man, I just remembered Dismiss is gonna be a fun one.
Nothing goes to waste in the house of the mirthful. Bruh.
You start wondering what he means before he takes a towel out of a towel of his bag and starts to clean his hands and arms. The towel has a faint gray color to it.
There, all nice.
I feel like he'd have a nice, you could do like a nice Russian accent for someone like him. I feel like that would be good.
Read.
It just reminds me of Dismiss. He puts all his things back on the bag before looking at you again with his lazy eyes. He stares at you in silence, like he is trying to crack open your skull with his eyes in the laziest way possible. Like it could just happen, if you wished it not, because he wants to rip you open himself. Which is odd for a troll, as far as you are concerned. He seems pretty content with that, and not actually doing it.
Doing what?
Is he serious? Is he toying with you? Save the Russian accent for Dismiss when we get to him. You decide this isn't the time to push your luck, and try to ask him about all that stuff that he is carrying.
Oh, this stuff. It's for my art class. That is where I was heading before I heard little you.
Oh, is he a student? Will you finally meet your first actually terrifying grown-ass troll in this class?
Nah. I'm the teacher. I teach the little wigglers that want to learn how to paint from resourcing to finish the piece. Gotta love their faces when I give them the weird paint.
Okay. I show up to class with my weird blood. They all look at it and they're horrified, and then I tell them to paint, and they do it.
Gotta love their weird faces.
And weird paint, he said.
Weird paint. Ugh.
You're 99% certain where he gets the paint. You don't even have to think hard about it to imagine the trolls he has been getting the paint from and the screams of pain you are used to.
It's a pleasure.
Actually, I got them from somewhere else.
Uh-oh.
Go.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Oh, okay, cool. He doesn't go around culling? Is there hope for this planet for once?
That's a big waste of blood, you know.
Ah,
Natural pain is the best pain, but I don't just hunt on or cull just because on a random forest.
okay. Keep going.
Do you know how much paint goes to waste when you do that? A motherfucking waste, if you ask me, which is why I'd rather let them bleed out in the back of my studio.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is that he doesn't kill them because it wastes so much blood. He has to, like, do it a special way. Just like Shaggy.
Learn to motherfucking build your reserves properly. You might be a high blood, but you never know when something can get you. The end of the world might be tomorrow, and you didn't have a bunker prepared or paint for the great no paint times. Kind of whack.
I like this guy.
great no paint times.
I like this guy.
You better read the new.
It's strange to see someone of his color riled up the same way a low blood would be. You think is because at the end of the day, clowns are the most oppressed caste of them all. Clearly. And he seems to be suffering from the afterburn of it. God, just imagine not having paint.
You don't gotta make a joke every line, Cameron.
Dylan, leave it. If you fucking be a newt about every time I talk,
You're a newt.
I'm gonna call you out every time you talk now. I'm gonna be like, no more.
No, you're a newt.
Yeah,
You better read
don't
the
talk.
newt. Read the newt.
No talking anymore. We're only gonna read. No more commentary.
Read.
Sorry, guys.
Stop. You're so bad.
Suddenly, across the hills and the grass and the trees, a ringing pierces both of your ears.
Oh, motherfucking shit.
You better not noodle at me anymore. This better not be the end of the world. Well, he is talking about the end of the world.
No. Well, yeah. My class is starting and I'm not there yet. Shit. Dang. I got nade.
Well, you should have been. Taoobe doesn't have. Oh, it's you.
Taoobe doesn't have time. One.
Before you make a conscious decision, your choices are scrapped, and he scoops you up into his big arms. Before moving you into a more comfortable position where he is carrying you with his left arm only. He seems to be carrying a bag full of things that rattle. The noise it makes is strange as he tries to juggle with everything. He doesn't struggle with your weight. It's the amount of things he has to carry. You can't help to feel guilty about making the clown's life harder. Although to be fair, you did try to leave as fast as possible the moment you saw him. You can't possibly be blamed for this. Taoobe gets to the end of the path with a buff. Oh, that's his hand there. With a huff and a blow and push. He drops you right outside of the building, with a worried look right before a chair is thrown out of the window.
Shit. One. Something came up with the students. You know how these artistic types are like if you leave them alone for too long. I
like these background stuff. Wait, is that in English?
Yeah.
Nice. You have an idea of how the Alternian artistic types are like indeed. You don't hesitate to rush in with him to see the classroom a mess.
This is not as bad as I thought it was going to be, though.
You don't want to imagine any of that. Crack! Another painting goes crashing on the ceiling.
Problems of teaching low bloods, high bloods, and fishes all alike.
What about mid-bloods? No mid-bloods left.
Not mid-bloods. Fuck mid-bloods.
They're so useless, you know? They just do, like, taxes. Okay. Taoobe finishes when he sees one of the burgundy flinches. When he sees one of the burgundy students get his arms ripped off clean. Aw.
Sigh. Cover your brain, friend.
Cover your brain?
I'm gonna use some powers I don't like to use, and it might mess with your brain a bit. I'm sorry about that.
You cover your brain? There's a nice tinfoil hat I made.
If you can't cover your brain organically, leaving the building is also fine.
You tell him that you got him into this problem to begin with. You're going to stand by him on the law of being a responsible friend. You hold his not covered in blood hand to reassure him it's going to be okay.
Okay, that's sweet. Alright. Press as much as you need. I'm gonna start motherfucking seeing.
Okay. Before you can say anything else, his eyes flash in purple and fuchsia colors. This sends all the students into a halt. Even the ones bleeding seem to stop thrashing around. Taoobe's expression has warped into something terrifying, and your brain feels swamped with a million paranoid fears, but it all returns to Taoobe, like he could make every single one of those irrational vibes come true. His eyes are finally wide open, and his mouth hangs into a snarl. However, his grip to your hand is soft still. This is controlled animalism. And while, yes, you have the incline to run and hide, you also know he won't put a finger on you.
Now sit down.
Most of the students go to their seats behind blank canvases, all but a couple of sea dwellers who seem less scared as everyone else. You're late, one of them says. I paid a lot for this, said the other. You can hear murmurs about you, the alien, and you look up at Taoobe, who seems miffed by all of these questions.
I said simmer down, motherfuckers.
Taoobe sends another wave of his chuckle voodoos. It sends the remaining students sitting down without another hitch. Even the loudest of high bloods seem to have gone quiet now. While you don't feel it, you are darn certain Taoobe's chuckle voodoos cause paranoia and anxiety. Interesting. And he puts himself on the center of it to make you fear him overall. It's by no means direct fear control, like other clowns, but it's sure damn close. You rather have fear than a lingering anxiety that you feel crawling down your back, even when he stopped using his powers.
Take some water and security blankets, everyone, and then help clean the room, you hear me? We will have to make up for lost time. Now clean!
All of the trolls scramble to get the class fixed, and Taoobe goes to the back of the class and retrieve bandages and other things for the badly hurt students. He doesn't seem to be in a rush. I like how this class is like all like a bunch of blood colors. How did the low bloods afford this? I guess they got money somehow. Whatever. He patches up the troll without an arm and sends him off to clean. now that he isn't going to bleed everywhere while he is trying to get things clean. Yikes. Trolls sure bleed a lot.
Slap a band-aid on that. Yeah, which is why I think we should use every inch of that blood. What?
Taoobe looks at the distance for a second, then shakes his head.
Don't matter. Help me with the mints.
You and Taoobe start putting fresh blankets and mints on everyone's seats. Only the students who have finished fixing a good portion of the room are allowed to have their break. By the end of it, even the broken window is back to somewhat of a normality.
They are good wrigglers, they are.
While the students take their rest, Taoobe pulls you to the front and talks to you in whispers.
They're so adorable. It was good being their trainer. Shame this is my last sweep with them, but it is what it is.
The last sweep.
You know the space thing, right?
Ah, is he going to be sent to space like the rest? None of your other friends actually talked about it. The specifics, you mean. What actually happens when you go up there. A space war.
Space and destruction and conquering.
Oh no, we heard a little bit about what happens to the J-Bloods.
Not much interesting.
With the cavern one.
I passed tests and I'm ready. I just wanted to set this as my last sweep here. It's been fun.
You wonder if there is no way to stay here. Your friend seems very happy, just teaching and terroring younger people than him. Terrorizing.
Between us, I want to use my voodoos for reals without hinges or stops. These regulars don't know nothing of it.
Is he implying that he is holding back? To the question, something dark washes over his face. He seems to enjoy it.
Maybe. Not. It's a little more complicated than that. I don't think you would ever be able to do some understanding.
Okay.
But let me tell you. The trials to be a subjugulator involve more than just simple culling. And I have checked every single one of their little boxes. By the day they are all here to take me, I'll bring the bomb that will shatter the planet. The Messiah has told me to. So yes, I am holding up till the day I don't have to pure orders of the Grandioso. And then I won't have to wear this shitty sign as my recognition badge. I will show them what is to back me into a corner. I won't wait for the rest of the pack no longer, just because the big heads fear what I can do. The days are counted, my little height friend. I will no longer be Taoobe, the nice fool. And then I'll cash in my favor for sparing you today. I'm a fool, but I'm not stupid. Ready? What?
Taoobe chuckles before checking the clock. It sounds like he's a little crazy. But I guess it's his religious stuff he's been told. So I guess he would have killed us had it not been for that. Yikes. He points at a seat for you to sit. Okay.
If any of the little shits try anything, you tell me. I'm gonna get through this, and then maybe we can talk.
You can't help but be a little stunned by this. What just happened? You have the feeling your friend is a little nuts, yeah. Which is unsurprising considering everyone here is. The worst part of this is that he wasn't angry. You reached to the conclusion that he wasn't even saying it amusingly. But you decide that it's terrible to think ill of your friend. So you just sit down on the back and let him be before you can go to your musings. Taoobe finally stops paying attention to you and starts checking the rattling bag he brought in with him. He pulls out several brushes and starts to organize his workstation.
Class, today we are learning about volume.
Everything else sounds like a normal class with no weird things, which is strange because this is the normalest thing you've seen in Alternia. It even reflects one of the expensive university art classes you can take. Taoobe's voice even starts to sound human after a while. At least until he mentions that for the finals, the canvases have to be Made of skin. No alternative accepted. Same with the paint, he says. No supplement this time. All natural. After about 45 minutes more of you not knowing how normal this is, everyone is dismissed out, and only you and Taoobe are left in the classroom. You seem satisfied with today. You spent all this time drifting off and on to the lesson and his previous words. He will ask a favor from you when the time is due, and whatever that is, you are afraid of knowing.
That went okay.
He smiles at you very warmly, and while you are a little scared of him, you still want to hang out for whatever reason.
Sure, I just want to do something first.
Taoobe moves to look over the classroom, scouting quickly before he returns to you with an arm in hand. The arm that got ripped off of one of the students.
Sweet. We can make a good cane out of it, or a brush, and the blood and muscles could be paint too, or jerky. But that's for later. He pockets the arm. That's you.
He pockets the arm quickly and goes to the door. You know, pockets the arm. At least he is going to do something with that.
If anything, Blowblood is going to get a robot arm, I hope. That's better than this weak thing. Ah, yeah. Come on, buddy. I'll show you around. There's a couple of places I wanted to check with somebody.
You take his hand again. You both go in a magical friendship journey with someone that doesn't have all the vibes of a monster.
Dang.
Okay.
Got a huge soda.
This one seems like it only has one choice. Go ahead and, I guess, load the other one. No, I was wrong.
You're done.
Oh, right. Click that one.
Ooh. Ooh.
Click it, click it.
Okay.
Click, click, click. Top one.
Alright. Take the day off. What could possibly go wrong?
Lots of things. Oh, wait, it's you.
Lots of things, actually. Wouldn't be surprised if they killed each other while I be gone. Guess that's it. I'll be on my way now. Take care, alien.
Okay.
Good.
Alright, let's try the second one.
Yo, I'll carry your stuff over. Can you handle all that? If you say so, follow the path till the end. And if you don't, you will reap what you sow. Considering how Alternia is, you're surprised he has said yes to begin with. Taoobe seems in a rush when he leaves. As a matter of fact, this is the most energy you have seen him use in about the few minutes that you know him. Don't take long. You look down at your feet at the number of things he has dropped for you to carry. Like a very, very, very good friend. Jeez, just left this stuff with you. The list of things includes a painted and framed canvas of a gold blood with a lot of hearts around him, several brushes, and gold blood with a lot of hearts, and other art supplements that seem to be made of bones and have a thin layer of varnish. A couple of towels, a palm husk that seems to be locked. I'm glad we checked. And several other pictures of faces that you don't recognize. Scattered on the ground lay a number of clown art books and history books next to a clown lunchbox. Nice. Oh, there's just a padlock on the phone.
You take it all in your arms and start walking, following the path as you were instructed. Slowly but surely, you make your way through the forest. This is not the way you expected it to go, especially because you wanted to be done with the clowns to begin with. Again, you prefer this than actual pain. Like, you could clearly carry someone else's things a million times rather than be brutally, bodily destroyed by them. When the bottom line for friendship in this planet involved not being ripped apart, it just means shit is whack. You continue walking until you finally see a building with a rare structure. A building that is trying too hard. Is surely looks like an arts department building, right? All right. This has to be the place. You can see the main entrance. There are circus lights plastered all over the place. Art school for clowns isn't a place you ever expected to see in your life. You drop down all objects on the ground to take relief, but as soon as you do, 2 young trolls approach you. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Look at this ugly thing.
Yeah, I know, right?
You tell them that you're here to deliver things to one of the teachers. They ask you which one, to which you just look stunned. You don't have an answer for that question. You never asked his name. You can only say it's a purple blood. About this tall, buffalo horns, dressed like a soldier. Not good enough.
Let's just keep his stuff.
You have to think quick. You take the canvas of the gold blood and start swinging it left and right. Stand back, little shits. You got a somewhat sturdy frame to hit, and you aren't afraid to use it. Both of the trolls laugh at your face. Sorry, your little laugh. Do it again. You take this time to smack the cerulean-blooded troll with the frame. You aren't kidding. Stand back.
What, you rata?
Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh. The cerulean holds you by the sides and launches you into the air, just to get hit directly in the jaw by the indigo-blooded troll and sent flying until you hit a wall. They just like threw us like a fucking ball in the air, and then you like hit us. Anyway.
Okay.
So you hit the wall near the building entrance. Ouch! There go your ribs again. You're sure your body has caused an indent to the building, and you find yourself wheezing for air and unable to talk due to the pain. Is this how you die? Bullied to death by 2 small trolls?
What is that noise?
You come at your feet. You hit the floor. One of the...
What?
Oh, they come at you fast. Whoa, I misread that bad. You hit the floor. One of them lifts you up by your collar. The other decides that is a good idea to mess with the portrait that you used to defend yourself, mocking you before breaking it in half.
What? Why are you messing with my buddy?
Both of the trolls stop, terror appearing in their eyes as Taoobe walks in. At this point, you decide you are never saying a mean word about clowns ever again. Clowns are your saviors, and everything you could ever want in your life. Taoobe looks down at the portrait that you dropped, and all the stuff all over the place.
Hand him over.
Before you know it, Taoobe is holding you up.
This is for your own good.
Damn. He smacks you hard on the head, knocking you out cold without effort. Ouch.
Huh.
You wake up in a classroom covered in bandages and other fluids, like some sort of viscous thing. Viscous thing. It's not mud or blood, that's for certain. As a matter of fact, you seem to be free from that.
Hey,
oh,
buddy.
Are we out of wood? Okay, keep going.
What? Sorry, I had to do that. I didn't want you to see the bad thing.
The bad thing?
I got a little pissy with the students. Don't matter. How are you feeling?
You tell him that you feel your body in pain. Way less than you would expect by the sustained injuries. But it was still very painful. Okay.
Happens. Should have figured you would get jumped on like that. But thanks for defending my stuff by hitting people with it.
Yeah.
And for what you saw. So,
Taoobe pats you on the head.
I'll take shopping, my treat, little one.
A shopping montage? Like a friend shopping montage? You have always wanted one of those.
Sure, now that I know you can move. Sure, I thought you weren't gonna wake.
You mention him that as long as he can carry the stuff this time, you are pretty fine with walking and looking at the stores.
Fine by me. Let's go.
Another good end. Yay!
Okay. Alright.
Now for the next one. Wanted to say hello. Clowns and gospels count you in! You rush over to the clown, waving hello at him as you run and announce yourself. You don't want to surprise jump your future new friend.
Hey. Friends already? Aw, shucks, isn't that too forward?
You say that, yes, maybe it's very fucking forward, but you're that desperate to make friends.
Alright. Yeah. Sure we can be friends, friend.
Fuck yeah. Sexy, amazing. I love it.
Why though? Why you want to be my friend?
Because he looks like a comfy, nice dude and A+ friendship material.
That was good.
Yeah, that was good. I mean, I guess. If that works for you. I'd like to know you a little more before making a conscious decision about friendship. No offense, you fast. And that's, fine, but my boat isn't suited for that current. Oh.
Sorry, I normally would say just yes, but my mate spirit says I have to think before making friends or something.
You would agree. Thinking before making friends is a good idea. Not that you follow that sort of rule. You just go and make friends left and right. You're pretty good at it by this point. And being able to have the talent to just find top-tier friends spares you from thinking.
I agree, but look at his face. Isn't he fantastic?
That's one of the paintings he is carrying around. It has a gold blood in it. The definition of the painting itself isn't too great. It doesn't look unfinished, however.
It does look unfinished.
It does look unfinished, however.
Yeah, lots of thinking here. I need to know you.
Well, there are multiple ways he can get to know you. 20 questions is one. Hanging out. Getting nutrition discs is another.
I mean, if you want, you can come with me to my classroom. We can get to know each other and be buddies, What?
Oh, sure. That is a good idea. You would have never guessed he had a classroom.
Art teacher Taoobe. That's it. I teach all them little wrigglers how to paint, and shit is very fine. Makes me happy to see all their little faces around. We're doing live painting today, unlike other days normally. It's just death painting, still death, all that sort of stuff.
Still death. That's good. You nod. You figured if there is anywhere that still life or painting dead things would be popular, it would be Alternia.
Yeah, but it's better as I show you.
He moves his shoulders and continues his way down the path. You follow him on the side. He isn't afraid to continue singing his gospels. As a matter of fact, you think he might want you to sing with him. You don't know the lyrics, sadly. He guides you to a very strange building, atop of a hill. You can see you can see and smell the clown aesthetic all the way from here, even when you aren't that close. If the road had wore off, you are certain the soft candy scent would guide you all the way here.
Ta-da, one. Welcome to Hive and Classroom. What do you think?
You think it is very clowny and purple. Quite unusual and scary. Also very warming and welcoming. This is a very confused answer, but that is also what clowns make you feel.
Aw, you know how to win a friend's blood pumper. What? Yeah, my lusts raised me here and I expanded on it. This hive is good hive. Let's go in so we can be ready before students come.
He guides you through a big hall, and then to a door to the right. There are several locks and barred entrances in other locations that you can see. It must be so no one but him can go in. The first impression you get of the room when you walk in is how cold it is in here. The room is fully furnished and decorated like a classroom, except for the meat hooks coming from the ceiling, and the amount of blood splattered all around. You think you can see a troll torso drying on the side, all the blood dripping down into a bucket. Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing goes to waste in the House of the Mirthful.
Except for all the paint all over the walls, but that's aesthetic.
My favorite saying, which is why I like to use more of my paintings to the max. Skin and scalps, things like that. Why stop at the blood when you have endless resources? The Mirthful shall bless us.
Oh no. In here you thought he was normal, but no, he isn't. He is just another clown. Why the hell can't clowns and normal go in the same sentence together? But normal clown is just clown. No, sorry. I forgot that I'm still reading. A noise comes from Taoobe's husk top. Is that a discruel call? He has to add you there later. Okay.
Oh shit. I have to take that. You can snoop around if you want. What up?
He turns around to take care of the call. You can see a cerulean on the other side of the calls. They look badly hurt. They sound badly hurt and pleading.
Oh no, I get that. Uh-huh. Take care of yourself, Mang.
The conversation ends very quickly, and understandably so, because the other troll was bleeding live. You can't help but ask what happened though.
That was my model. And I need another one for today in about 5 minutes.
How about me?
You're bad.
He stares at the clock, and then his posture slumps even more than what you thought was possible. You know the answer to this. You've been preparing your entire life for this moment. This is it. You know how to help him. You have the legs for it. You can be his model. The students will have a better time drawing something odd like an alien. They will learn more. Taoobe seems to consider it.
Really? You mean it? Oh.
We're probably all the same. Yes, yeah, of course.
Okay. Yes. Then sure. You can be the model. Get on the stage, I'll do the rest.
You nod and do as he says. Oh boy, are we gonna be chuckle voodooed into being a weirdo? Who knows?
You're not.
It said it's not still today. Not still death, or still whatever.
In live painting.
You nod and do as he says, and then he brings you a poking stick for when other poses have to come by. The students come eventually, and you can see their confused faces when you are standing in the room with a stick on your hands. They shoot weird glances at each other and whisper as they take seats.
Now this is my buddy here, who is working with us today. He is the model I told you all you would have to draw. They are under my wig, so don't try anything weird. I hope you all brought your pencils and are ready, because this is about getting posture in fewer strokes. The poses are gonna come fast. There won't be time to erase them, okay? Now we are starting in 3.
I know about this. I've had to do this before in art. Anyway. The students give it a second before they start getting ready. Taoobe sighs in relief. This is going pretty well so far, you think?
You okay up there? No time to get stage fright, you know?
You both laugh together, and he winks at you before turning to the students.
Well then, I'll keep the count and evaluate.
Taoobe gives I had to swallow. Taoobe gives a sign, and you strike the best pose you can think of. Taoobe seems satisfied. The next 30 minutes are a blur of posing and making faces that you enjoy very much. This allows you to be as theatrical as you want to be. And in all honesty, it's not a bad idea at all. It's nice to be appreciated and see several pictures of you and your legs everywhere. The class ends soon after, and Taoobe gives a last homework and sends off the students. It's just you and him after that.
You got them talent. It was a pleasure to work with you. Think you could do that again?
Yes. You would have to look at the schedule, but you will be sure to come and help whenever he needs. That's what friends are for.
Haha, yeah, but we can't be friends.
Wait, what?
Having friends in the workplace isn't ethical. I think I read that somewhere, and my mate spread said that I shouldn't do things that aren't ethical.
That's stupid.
We are working together. We can't be friends, sorry.
Okay. Is that really is? Is that really why he won't be your friend?
Yup. I'll see you next week. Work zoned. Alright, we'll double check the new.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah.
Let's double check.
Okay, yeah. Alright. Well, that was pretty good. Again, these ones were a lot longer, which is nice. Means I have to make 2 thumbnails, which is actually kind of convenient because drawing them together is harder.
Yeah.
Alright. I really like the art, too. The art was really nice. Get up!
Yeah.
Anyway. That was fun. I enjoyed that. I also thought that little joke about the end was pretty good.
Why though?
Anyway, alrighty. Well, now we're gonna go be sick. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
Next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Oh.